Awesome. Okay, here we go. So 5 minutes, 6 lessons. I thought for my career progression, my personal story, I'd want to share a little piece of me, which my family's a huge part of that. So here are 6 lessons that have changed my life, and I wanted to share with you guys a lot of selfies, be prepared, and the ultimate gift of gratitude. So this is the best person on the planet. This is my twin brother. For 34 years, we have been partners in crime. Thought I'd start it off with a really funny story. So when we were 8, we were all with the neighborhood kids. We decided it would be smart to jump off of the house onto a shed. So my brother, always been athletic, jumps off the shed like a gazelle. I take suit as the 34 years we've been best friends and I've been following him. I do the same thing, not a good landing. So my dad's picking me up, I'm crying, and I realize my brother's looking at me like, you are cool, you are awesome. So he has taught me that it's okay to follow, that sometimes to be a good leader, you have to follow well. So that's my first lesson that I've learned. The second image is a little bit different. My sister's unlike me. She's very introverted, so notice it's not a picture. But when she was at the peak of high school, she went through a 10-hour correctional surgery to correct her scoliosis, and she was bullied so cruelly. She had a young gentleman, when she had a big brace on, slam her locker, and that went on for years, but she never let that affect her. She was always so bright and loving. She's a graduate of UCCS. She's on her way to medical school. She walks, she runs. She's never let her surgery affect her, and I want to say thank you to her because she's taught me to always be grateful. It can always be worse, and to always be kind. You never know what someone else is going through. And so that's lesson number 2 that I've learned from her. So my dad is the next lesson. For 25 years, he coached at District 11. There's not many friends that I know that haven't been coached by him or been impacted by what he's done in his leadership. So for 25 years, he coached kids, and then he worked at Patty Jewett for about 20 years. His name's Sam Flowers. Anybody in the audience know Sam Flowers? Anybody? One person, see? We can't go anywhere. So he's always taught me to create community, and you always have time for a Broncos game and a round of 9 holes. And I've always taken that with me. And that He's so great. And then my next family member that I learned, one of the biggest lessons was from my mother. About 10 years ago, she was diagnosed with 2 lumps in her breast of cancer, stage 2 and stage 3. And through those seasons of fear and fighting and triumph and survivorship, thank goodness, she taught me that no matter what season you're going through, you can get through it, and you just need to pace yourself. But no matter what, you always have to embrace every single season, and I've always taken that with me. And then one of the last family members is my beautiful husband. We met in Nebraska, but I did come back to Colorado. So we met, and he's almost annoyingly optimistic, but it's beautiful because we never thought we would have a family. For about 3 years we tried, and he always knew that it would happen. And so gratefully, it did happen for us. So this next slide is our precious little Olivia. She's so amazing. So through his love and patience, he's always taught me to expect the impossible and the unknown, no matter what it is, and expect greatness. So I'm really excited about this. And this next slide is her a few months ago. So that point I love, just because you never know what's going to happen, right? Sometimes when we're in life, we're looking at things so closely. So the next slide, I want someone in the audience just to kind of yell out whatever you see. This next slide doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be right. What do you see? Anyone? Lantern, light, anything else? It's really close up, right? So sometimes that's how life is. We go through hardships, we go through different difficult seasons, and we get so close to it that we kind of lose all perspective, right? So this is like grainy, you can't really see if it's a light, you don't really know what it is, but if you could just take the time to take a step back, sometimes you can see the beauty in kind of the struggles and the trials, something so original and amazing. And so what I want to leave you with, and I don't want to forget this, so like I said, in life, sometimes we stumble on hard times, opportunity or struggle, and overall what my family has taught me is that you can't lose sight of the big picture no matter what. And all of you have a light within you that will lead you to your purpose, lead you to the greatest expression of who you are. So I just encourage you to not lose sight of the big picture, and you all have a special light within you. I'm so grateful for this time. Thank you so much.